Hello YouTube, Striker here. I am starting a YouTube channel dedicated to one of my hobbies. Ashamedly, probably a hobby, shouldn't be a hobby, but I enjoy mobile technology, cell phones particularly, and have found myself traveling amongst various phones over the last few years. And so this is my first video on the channel dedicated to a mobile device review. The first device that I've got up here for review is not my first device, not even my first in the last few months, unfortunately. This is the Huawei P10 Plus. Shipped in from China today. As you can see, it's still wrapped. I somehow was able to avoid opening it earlier. But first, a little tidbit on myself. I am a photographer in my spare time, dabble in photography of all sorts, specifically with mobile photography. I love using various devices as well as my DSLR for photos and background. I've owned all sorts of different devices with all sorts of different OSs over the last 10 years or so. The last few years has been BlackBerry and Android. I like the two phones I have sitting here with me right now are the Huawei P9, which is last year's version of this same phone that's sitting here, but this is the bigger one, of course. It's a great phone. I like the EMUI for a lot of the features that it offers, although I would prefer a stock Android experience for various reasons, and I'm sure most people would. But it's not as bad as all the reviews say. But really what draws me in is this, the double lens feature. One's black and white monochrome, one's color. They are excellent, and they're excellent together, especially paired with the aperture mode or portrait mode that Huawei offers, which gives a very shallow depth of field to help simulate the depth of field that a DSLR can offer. It's not perfect, it misses fairly often, but when it does hit it, it's really fun for portraits. And in addition to those physical features, I really like the UI experience that they've put into the camera app itself. It's really impressive. A lot of the features that they offer in here are really it's really feature packed, really, and I like the way it's laid out. They branded it with Leica, and there's claims going around that they didn't actually weren't involved as much as you might think based on the marketing material, but that's okay. I could go either way. I like the experience that it offers. It's a great phone, and that's why I was looking at the successor that offers nougat and some other various tweaks that they have on board. The other phone I have sitting here, and then I'll shut up about myself, is the BlackBerry didnt 60. Great phone, really sleek. They did a good job in terms of the OS on it. It's also very close to a stock Android, if I can get the case off here. And the phone itself feels really good. I found it's a perfect size. I like the size factor, the 5.5-ish inch screen, 5.5, over the smaller P9, which is a 5.1 or 5.2. And it fits in your hand really well, but being a photographer, my main draw is the camera, and if I wasn't a photographer, I would be quite happy with the didnt 60. It's a great device. But that's just a little bit about me and where I come from. This is why you're here, I'm sure. This is the P10 Plus, as I mentioned before, and this is going to be the unboxing of it for the first time. Okay, here we go. This is the Huawei P10 Plus, as I said. It's got a very clean, aesthetically beautiful box here. It seems the last few years companies have figured out that they've sort of more or less copied a larger brand that's out there named after a fruit that consumers care about the experience, the unboxing experience, hence videos like this that are dedicated to solely people unboxing devices themselves. But this does look cool. I like it. It actually reminds me of the P9 case, so it's not something, or box rather, it's not something that's totally new to Huawei. They've been doing this for at least 2 years. I don't know about their prior models. I haven't experienced those. But here we go. Here is the P10 Plus in its sealed form. So let's be careful and cut open the plastic. And Feels nice, feels real nice. And if I remember right, it's going to have, let's get rid of that. And that. And close the knife, safety first. So it's gonna have a butterfly effect, door opening on these doors, similar to a lot of other devices I've seen out there. Well, a few other actually. Do not accept a seal is broken. It's not broken, so that's good. Well, let's not use the knife. Alright, and get ready for butterfly effect on the doors. I'll give you the first peek. I got all black. I like black devices. I've realized that as classy as white is, I've always kind of thought of, what was it, the iPhone 4 or 5 that had that very clean circular design. Really liked that, so I went with the white P9. And it's clean. I like it. It's very pretty. I don't like it as much as black. Black just hides everything. I really like how black looks with the bezels being black, because the black screen when it's off hides those bezels, and I think that makes the phone actually appear smaller. The white ones, the white bezels really stand out, and that's why I prefer the black. So I went with black for this time, and so let's see what it looks like in real life for the first time. Ooh, look at that door. Can you see that? Kind of, it's almost magnetic. It's got a slight hinge to it. Okay, that's enough. All right. Here she is. They moved the fingerprint scanner. I like the fingerprint scanner on the back side, like this P9. They've also got this sleep trick that I believe LG pioneered a couple of years ago, where you swipe down on the fingerprint. You can't see both at the same time because it's impossible, but you swipe down and it brings down your notification tray. So that's gone. But in its place is a front-mounted fingerprint scanner. Down here. It's way more curved, very similar to the iPhone 7 as I read online. What I really like, I don't know if you can see that, but that red power button has a little texture to it. Ooh, that feels premium. It does feel like premium build. Very premium. I prefer the kind of the more sharper edges, cambered edges of the P9, I think, on first feel. And my goodness, it looks so much like an iPhone, especially with that bottom home button. I kind of thought those comparisons were unreasonable, but upon first viewing, this is very similar. If anyone actually cares, probably not. There's probably some other goodies in the box. Let's see what we got here. SIM card, little earbuds that are white, and probably a quick charger. But we'll save that for another time. But yeah, let's see what we can do with this guy. Power him up, see if he's got any juice. Those are pretty thick bezels for 2017, I'd say. There's that EMUI. No SIM card, of course. But this is the device. I will use it for a while, let you know what I think about it. I have a feeling that the camera itself is going to go through the ringer. Keep it locked to my Instagram. I'm Offstriker as well on Instagram, same handle as on YouTube, and Offstriker27 on Twitter. More to come. Keep it tuned here. Subscribe. Of course, the unofficial motto of YouTube. And I will see you soon. Let me know what you think in the comments, what you want to see and what you don't want to see. So, as you can see, this is the P10 Plus in all of its glory. It looks really nice. It feels really nice. It's really smooth. Leica brand there on the back with kind of the upper plate that goes across the visor, if you will, across the double lenses. Textured power button, like I mentioned earlier, with kind of the red outline, which is really slick. And we've got EMUI 5.0 Nougat on here. Beautiful. Having used it a little bit, it already seems way better than the prior build. Huawei's logo there on the back side. It feels really smooth. It's got sort of like a matte finish to it. Got USB-C on the bottom with the headphone jack, infamous 3.5 millimeter, as well as that speaker right there on the right side. But this device, it looks really nice. I like it a lot. I like the black color too. I'm really impressed with the black color. And inside the box, we've got a nice little case that Huawei has included, typical with a lot of their prior devices. Here's a closer look basically at this butterfly, sort of like the fancy, what is it, Lamborghini style doors. Really slick presentation. And then we've got some marketing material, a SIM tray opener. Yeah, no one really reads that. And you can see it, we've got a iPhone style earbuds, the white cable, power cable, despite the device being black, and the non-US wall adapter, which makes sense because it's not a US model. But that is the device itself. It looks gorgeous. What can I say more? Check out this guy. Really, really beautiful. Basically, you can't tell if it's an iPhone or not until you turn on the screen. It's kind of what it feels like to me. But that's understandable given their target market is China and they are aiming to take on Apple in China. So it makes sense. But yeah, it's real slick, real smooth. Doesn't feel too slidey though. Feels like it would really, you'd be able to hold it well. It's a good size. I love the size. Love the black bezels, even though they're a little bit bigger than I would like. But gorgeous device, all in all.